Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. As you know, my name is Rafa Alhamdi, and today I want to talk to you guys about my personal branding on my social media, or to be exact, how I want to build my personal branding on my social media. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Okay, a little bit of introduction. My name is Rafa Alhamdi, and I'm very conscious about my looks, and also I like photography. Okay guys, so now I'd like to give you an introduction about what is personal branding for me on social media. So for me, the personal branding, I divided them into two. The first one is my personal life, and then the second one is my professional life. Starting with the personal life, for the personal branding that I want to build is to make a personal branding that others think that I am a cool guy, So I build a personal branding that I am a cool person, I know how to style myself, I know how to present myself well, and I'm good looking, like I try my best to build a cool personal branding. And I channel that through my photography and my self-portraits that I post on my social media, which is Instagram, in hopes that I build a cool personal branding. And for my professional life, I understand how important personal branding is for the next step, which is like my professional life. So that's why I focus on my LinkedIn to upload as much as achievements and skills that I have as possible, And so now we move on to the purpose of my personal branding, starting with my personal life. There are three purposes here. The first one is that to build a good perception amongst the people around me. The second is to be a cool guy, to look cool. And the third one is to be my authentic self, to be myself. That's for me, that's one of the most important things, because I feel like if I'm building a personal branding that is not me, then what you're seeing is not me as well, So yeah. And lastly is my professional life. There's also three purposes here. The first one is that for me to build a good perception among fellow recruiters from respectable companies, and then the second one is for me to be visible to them, to be able for them to know about the skills and the achievements that I possess that maybe would be useful for their company. And the third one, the most important one, is to open up opportunities for myself, for the likes of my career. So you guys are probably already waiting for this part. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into my Instagram account. So yeah, as you can see here, my Instagram is at Rafa Alhamdi on IG. And a little bit about my account is that I joined on January 2016. That was when I was still in elementary school, and since then I've built a following of 1,537 followers, which mostly consists of my friends and family, and I have 7 posts on my account. Nah guys, so here are my posts. There are 7 posts, as you can see here, and for me personally, I think that it's quite cool, for a person that likes photography, that likes fashion, but not an expert in it. I'd say that it's pretty decent. So here I have the essence for every post. The first one is authenticity, and then the second is the aesthetics, and the third one is fashion and photography. So when I post, I mainly focus on these three things, As for the strategy for me building my brand on Instagram, is that number one is being myself. Usually when I feel like I like this photo or I like this content, I upload it, so that makes it valid for my authenticity and for me being myself. And then number two is that I thoroughly process the content first before uploading. When I need maybe cropping or editing, then I'll do it first before I upload it, just to manage to give the best quality to my audience. Okay guys, so now these are the photos that I'd like to showcase to you all. The first one is the photo of my little sister, and this photo fits to my first category, which is photography. This photo was shot on 2019 in Senan City, where I took a photo of my little sister using a DSLR, which is the Canon 3000D, using a fixed lens, which is why it gives the most crisp bokeh for the results. And next one is the photo that I post about my outfits when I went on a trip to Japan. Now this post fits to my second category, which is fashion. For your information, this post went on to get about 394 likes, which is the most that I've ever gotten for an Instagram post. Okay, so now let's measure my personal branding on the platform Instagram. As you guys know, that my target is to build the personal branding of a cool person. Starting with the comments, we can see here that there are many comments under my post, and it's safe to say that all of these comments gives a positive review. Like, for example, there are people that say that it's unreal, it's cool, it's lit, and there's maybe also girls that are kind of flirty with me under the comment section. And for the likes, all of my post has likes above 100, so there's nothing below that. And from that, what is safe to say is that these likes and comments mean that my posts are pleasing to them. There must be a reason, right, why they comment, why they like, and it's safe to say that it means that they like my post. And that is enough to measure that my post has a certain amount of success in building my personal branding, which is a cool person. And so moving on to LinkedIn, my LinkedIn is Rafa Alhamdi, and I have 54 connections so far, and I have 3 posts here. And the difference is that here in LinkedIn, I'm more professional and I focus more on showcasing my skills and achievements. And the branding that I want to build in this platform is to be an ambitious college student. And so the strategy for me to build a good personal branding on LinkedIn is, first is I need to document my achievements good, which means that I take photos of my achievements, maybe recordings for the achievements. There are myself in that photo, so good documentation is what I do. And then second is to post on working hours. And then third is to use insightful and professional captions. And lastly is to actively search for content to be posted on LinkedIn. What I mean by that is that for me to also upgrade myself, indulging more on beneficial programs, maybe on organizations or competitions, for me to be able to upload them on my LinkedIn. So at the same time, it's forcing myself to be a better person, to upgrade myself. So these are my 3 LinkedIn posts. The first one is where I achieved the best or the best trainee of Himpunan Mahasiswa Administrasi Bisnis 2023. And then the second one is where I attended a competition of Beca Business Case competition. And lastly is where I attended the anniversary of Telkom University, that is the 34th anniversary. And now these are my measurements for personal branding here in LinkedIn. So far, it's doing pretty good, even though I'm not an active user of LinkedIn yet. There are a total of 1,506 impressions, and my post reached 622 members. And my accumulated likes for every post is 14 likes. And I also have conversations and also interactions with my fellow connections here on LinkedIn. And so yeah, even though I'm still new, it still can have potential to further grow into a strong brand of myself here in LinkedIn. Okay guys, so that is all for my presentation. The silver lining is that for my Instagram, I focus on photography and fashion content, and I try to be myself in Instagram. And for LinkedIn, I focus on exposing more about my achievements and skills. So thank you guys for your attention, and I hope you guys can learn something new. Thank you, and see you in the next one.